Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Tell you Sunday. Anyways, cheers. It's not morning, it's afternoon because I was out late last night. Um, Seeing a great local concert festival type event that's been going on in our town here in Brantford, Ontario called Crew Fest. Um, Quite honestly, I wasn't even a part of this thing until late last week when I was asked by Jamie Stevens. Hey, Jamie. Um, the promoter, creator, founder, all pulled the whole show together guy, asked me to come down and judge the Battle of the Bands. It was Friday night. The concert was last night, Saturday night. And went down, had an amazing time down there in the field on the second stage. Um, Eventually picked a winner out of six amazing acts. It's hard, got it down to three acts, and the judges, Mike from 50 Mission Cap, and James, my wife Angela, and we got it down to three, and then we got it down to two, and then we were split on two, and then but anyhow, the show we ended up picking a great, amazing young band called Other Wives, and look out for them. They're kind of punkish and that. We thought they'd fit in perfectly for the show, and they won. They won. Anyhow, it was a battle of the bands. But the show took place yesterday. The bill was Biff Naked, amazing. Headstones, mind blowing. Our Lady Peace, and Live. Our Lady Peace was the band I really wanted to see, but anyhow, great. First off, Jamie, the show drove right in, parked, walked into the show. Um, we're kind of on a guest list kind of thing, so got our passes, went in, and then leaving the show, walked in the car and drove home. We live 5 minutes away. Okay, so it took us longer to go to the McDonald's drive-through, we had to go to three McDonald's drive-throughs because we wanted McFlurries. Come on, this is what we do after gigs. By the way, Angela gets a McFlurry, and I used to get a chocolate milkshake. Kaylee, my daughter, was with us. She gets a chocolate milkshake, and we had to drive around to three McDonald's around. So it took us longer to do all that than it was to just walk from the concert and walk home. And you know how I feel about getting out of concerts, and how Toronto doesn't do that very well. Brantford did it amazing last night. But let's talk a little bit about the show, because on social media right now, and this is the point of topic that I want to go with here, people are really commenting a lot about Rain Maida, singer for Our Lady Peace. Basically saying that he didn't do a great job fronting the band. The set was a little slaggy. I don't know. I haven't read all the comments. I don't really want to, but Angela told me that there was a bunch of stuff being slammed, and I just wanted to put my thoughts about this. Okay, first off, if you are playing in 4 major Canadian and 1 American bill at a festival type show outdoors where people were drinking like crazy, and it was a 19+ show too, right? So it was alcohol fueled, and if you have to follow an act like the Headstones, I think Steven Tyler might have been a little bit upstaged by what Hugh Dillon's performance yesterday, where he's jumping in the crowd and being Hugh. Crowd loved it, fired it up. It was still daylight, and then Our Lady of Peace comes on. Now, if you're an Our Lady of Peace fan, you're in your glory. We were standing with a whole gaggle of about 50 people that were just completely into it, and we were too. And killer set, all the hits, everything was there. Um, I think what got them off to a kind of a hesitant start was they all walked out there and ready to go, and everyone's cheering, and then they kind of didn't start the song. Um, Here's my take, and I wasn't backstage. I didn't hear anything from anybody. I haven't talked to anybody who was in the know about this. But I think um, song two they did "Nothing Compares to You" by Sinead O'Connor, and I know Rain's wife Chantel was a little bit, not, I don't know if they were friends, but acquaintances with Sinead, and knew a lot of the troubles that were going on with her in her life. And he did the song two. They did an amazing tribute by singing, and he did an incredible job of singing "Nothing Compares to You," and it kind of changed the concert to a different level. If you didn't want to come down to that level, you probably didn't like the Our Lady of Peace set. If you were an Our Lady of Peace fan and were into it, it was amazing. I think they wanted to do that song first, and they called an audible and said, "This place is really tearing it up. Let's open with our opener, Starseed, and go from there." That's what I think. But if you're going to an Our Lady of Peace show, that's the show. If you're going to see another band, respect that band's fans and that band. He's not a party animal and all that kind of thing. He's about his lyrics, heartfelt lyrics. He told a story near the end of the set about him being a young kid going to the Toronto Music Awards at Massey Hall. I was at that show, and it was really very cool that he mentioned that, because I totally remember that show, and I knew exactly what he was talking about when he started mentioning the Tragically Hip, and I knew exactly how I saw that entire performance of the Tragically Hip that night, and he's right. It was pretty amazing. And they weren't much then. They were just up and coming, and they just threw them out there. And it was really cool that I kind of identified with that story. So, yeah, Rain, I was there too, man. It was cool. But just food for thought, guys. When you go to concerts in the States, where it's a festival like that, make room for those fans, and then when that show is over, you back off and you go up and so if you were a Headstone fan and you're still standing there hoping to just rock it out, respect Our Lady Peace, because it probably wasn't going to be like that. It's more about the lyrics, it's more about the song, and they killed it. Being a guitar player, knowing this is a guitar show, and I know I might get some flack for this, but the only guy that really did it for me was Stephen Our Lady Peace. So he basically the sound was there, and he really first of all, he was the only guitar I could hear. I didn't really hear much guitar for their big PA. But anyhow, that was the guitar winner, the Our Lady Peace set for me. Anyhow, tell me what you think if you're at the show. I'm going to tag a few people on this video and tell me what you think. But I really think if you're going to a multi-band show, you got to respect what that band's all about and what they do and what they're all about. Headstone's incredibly party band and harsh and just to the point, right? Our Lady of Peace, a little bit more lyrically driven and song driven. Their set was just every song that you wanted to hear from them, they played. Anyhow, and I love the band live, but and this is bad. I mean, you guys are not gonna like this. We were feeling a little claustrophobic. I had the two ladies with me, and we were really close to home, so we kind of walked. We started walking during their set. So anyhow, it was a great night. Great night. Thanks again, Jamie, for that. Just want to have just a honorable mention to other wives who got cut because of weather, and I was really sad and disappointed because I really wanted to see these guys kick the crap out of the crowd, and they would have. So you boys out there, I chatted with one of them this morning, and very gracious, very cool, not upset, hung out for the whole night, and cheers to you guys. Otherwise, out of Welland, Ontario, just at the Battle of the Bands stood a little bit higher than everybody else, I thought, because when they walked out, a lot of the bands were going in doing the old, that stuff. They were doing that. These guys walked out. They were younger than everyone else. Let's count it in and banged through 3 songs and won everybody over. Anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Tell me what you think. And we'll see you next Sunday. Lots of shows coming up. I'll tell you about next Sunday. Gotta love Brian, eh? It's my Brian Maytelly. I built it myself. Anyways, see you later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.